Hey, Alamac. Today we're going to be cleaning our AC condenser coil. That right there. Ideally this should be done about twice a year in the spring and the fall. You can see on the inside, if I can get to focus, there's all those fins, kind of looks like a radiator on your car. But and if we look on the outside, I don't know if you can see that, but I can't see no fins. We're pretty much completely stopped up. So it's actually a pretty simple job, and it's what most people's AC guy comes and does once a year, twice a year. But basically all you need is something like this right here from local hardware store, some kind of coil cleaner. This is what I'm using. Should only need a couple of cans and a hose to rinse it off. So let's start. You can come inside, make sure the AC is set to off. I don't want nothing coming on. I want no power on anything that we spray with water. And we're back out here. We're going to make sure we pull the disconnect or fuse to the outside unit. Make sure we're de-energized. So you follow the big shocky cable. That's where the power is coming from. And this one has got a little latch. Now pull it down, and this one has a big fuse. Some of them have a disconnect or something, but this one, that's it. There's my fuses. Now we've confirmed no power is going to the outside unit. All right, so all you got to do is get your can, follow the directions. This one says shake well, spray on the fins, allow it to sit several minutes, and rinse off. So you can go all the way around, getting in there, all four sides. All right, like so. We have gone all the way around a couple times. Now I'm just gonna let that soak for, I don't know, 10-15 minutes. And by the way, it took me 2 cans to fully soak that real good. And it's a 3-ton unit. All right, now, if you follow your AC lines, the copper lines that come from the condenser unit outside up in your attic, you should find your evaporator unit. That's right here. Now to look at this coil, we're gonna pull those 4 screws off this side panel here. There we go. And there's the evaporator coil in there. Now this should be pretty clean, and you really don't have to clean this every year. As long as you've been changing your AC filter vents inside, this should stay pretty clean. But we're going to go ahead and spray this since I'm doing the outside unit anyways. And you don't have to rinse this one out because as long as your evaporator coil, your AC is working, it'll be making water while it condenses humidity out of the air. So it'll rinse itself off. So we're just going to give it a light little spray just for shits and giggles. All right, we got that pretty suds up. We'll call that good enough. And close this panel back up, and like I said, when we turn the AC back on, the water that flows from it will rinse that off itself. All right, now that's back on. I guess while I'm up there, I'll show you what some of this other stuff is. That here is your float valve. Now when this drain pan fills up with water, that'll raise that float valve, and that click, that'll cut off your AC. So the way that happens is when your AC is running, like I said, it's always flowing water, condensing out the air. So I got this T in my drain line, and I come up every couple months, dump a little bleach or algae killer down there, and that'll clear all the algae and stuff that tries to clog that line. But if that drain line clogs up, your evaporator unit in there will overfill, and water will come out and fill up this pan. Once this pan fills up, kicks that float, and it'll cut off your AC. So if you need to fix that, you just mop it out, bucket water, and just get your drain line real clean, and you should be good to go. But we're not having that issue right now. We're just doing some cleaning. So that's back up. We're foamed in. Going back outside. Should be good to rinse off the condenser coil outside. All right, I think that's been sitting long enough. We're gonna rinse off everything out here. Now when I rinse it off, I want to rinse it out from the inside out because it pulls from the outside in. So I don't want to, when I'm rinsing it out, I don't want to push that dirt further into the coils. I want to push it out. So I'm going to take these screws off all the way around the top and just lean the top to the side a little bit. All right, all the screws are out of the top. I should be able to just lift this up and pull it. There we go. Pull it to the side. You can see all that dirt. So we're gonna rinse from the inside out, get all that dirt out. And I've got my screws there so I won't drop them. And did have to take this panel off on this one, give me a little more room. And there we go. That is off to the side. Gives me enough room on there. And that's it. Spray it out. I may do it 1 or 2 more times, but I don't want to be spraying on that electric fan motor. Gonna clean this out real good. Ooh, look out for a wasp nest. All right, we have rinsed that off. All that crud coming out. We're starting to see some fins on the outside. I'm trying to dig out all the crud from in here too, because there are drain holes. They're just all stopped up. But we're getting better. So I'm gonna go through again, I guess spray the other cans on, let it sit and rinse off again. All right, now that is looking pretty clean. You can see the fins all down the outside. Cleaned out the crud on the inside mostly so the drain holes will drain. Now we're gonna put the top back on, put the electrical cover back on, let it air dry for a little bit, and we'll flip the power back on up here, put the fuse in, and kick it on inside. All right, that took a while. That is all clean. Covers back on, electrical panels back on. Come over here, I'm gonna put the fuse back in. Okay. Oh, there we go. Now, moment of truth. And turn the system back on. Cool. Set to 70. Hopefully I didn't fry nothing out there electric, and should kick on momentarily. Alright. Might have been a countdown or something, but this is kicked on. We're pulling air through, and it's been going for a few minutes. We are just starting to blow cool air. So that's it. Took a little bit longer than I planned, but that is cleaning your condenser coil, and for bonus, clean the evaporator coil up in the attic. So that should get your AC system working a lot better. That's pretty much all your AC guys do when they come out in the spring and fall. Thanks, hope this helps.